Hi everybody, Lisa Suazo, health and wellness coach here. So this is the second tip in my 3-part series on buying organic on a budget. And in the first tip, we talked about buying organic produce and kind of what to do there if you can't buy everything organic. In this tip, I want to focus on animal products. This one is super tricky, and I get a lot of clients and just, people asking me about this one. So, like, Lisa, I see all these terms, right? There's vegetarian fed and grass fed and organic and free range and free roaming and pasture raised. And, what do these mean? And what should I buy, right? And I understand it gets tricky and even trickier than we think, actually. So when it comes to animal products, here's the tough thing. And that is that a lot of these labels are what I call vague labeling, meaning they sound great, but they're not regulated and they don't hold a whole bunch of weight. So for example, free range or pastured or pasture raised, grass fed. These are all things that sound really awesome and that as a conscious consumer we buy, right? Thinking we're doing the right thing, but unfortunately it doesn't always mean what we think it does. Some producers are awesome and they do it right, but there's loopholes, right? Because these are not regulated. So for example, with free range, that means that these animals have to be allowed out of doors to kind of forage and on bugs and unnatural things, but there's no really stipulation on how long they can be outside. So a producer could let them out for 10 minutes and then cram them back into those big, warehouses in darkness, and that could be called free range. Grass fed. All cattle are grass fed for the first 6 to 12 months of their lives, but then some of them are, not grass fed after that. They take them and put them on feedlots where they're grain fed and, in these nasty conditions, but some producers can still use that and say that it's grass fed. So bottom line, this one is really tricky. So I have 2 recommendations for you if you're looking to purchase better quality animal products. First would be, if you're in that moment and you're in the grocery store and you've got all these choices and you're just trying to make a good choice in that moment, there are some certifications that are regulated. And so I'm going to put a link to a document that I have to some vague labels and then some certifications that actually hold weight, so you can download that and use that if you'd like to when you go to the grocery store. Things like USDA certified or certified humane, the organic, USDA organic. These are actually regulated by the government, so there are certain standards that have to be met. So for me, if they have 2 or 3 of these certification labels on them, then I feel pretty decent about purchasing that product. So that's something that you can just kind of do quick in the moment. The other thing that I would recommend, I know we're all on different parts of our journey, but if this is really important to you, I would encourage you to just become a more informed consumer. You can do your research, and there's plenty of wonderful farmers and ranchers out there that are trying to do the right thing. There's a website that I love called eatwild.org. That is a great resource. You can check it out, and there's a map so you can go to Colorado or wherever you're looking from and find the local people, farmers in your area. You can read about their practices, what they do. You can reach out to them and contact them, and you can buy from them directly. So that's another option, and it's getting easier and easier to do that. And so that's something that I recommend. I think Door to Door Organic has a way for you to actually purchase animal products now. So the online space is a great way to start to learn more about products, and so you can buy from those farmers that are really doing a great job. Because quite honestly, guys, just because something's not certified organic with the label doesn't mean that the producer is not using organic methods. There is a process, and it costs money to get that label. So some of your local farmers are doing a really great job. They just aren't, they haven't gotten the label yet. So that is some food for thought for you. I hope that helps. If you have questions, feel free to, message me. This is also one of the topics that we cover during my grocery store field trips, which I do every single month, and we've got one coming up. So click the link around this video too if you want to get more details if you're in the Denver area and you'd like to join us. All right, thanks so much. I'll see you next time for tip 3.